Let's see. Why I'm getting such static. Let's see. Peace and greetings. Welcome on in. How are you all feeling? How are you doing? Good to see everyone. Wow. Hi. How are you all doing? I am getting a lot of static on my end. I don't know if you all can hear me okay, if the sound is coming in clear, but let me know. Peace and greetings to everyone. Let me know where you're checking in. South America is in the building. Welcome on in, Karen. Hotep to you. Peace and greetings to you, King. Peace and greetings to you, to the brother Seven. Good to see you. Tanika, good to see you. You all let me know where you're checking in from. I know it's kind of late, but happy Leo season. Happy Leo season. And shout out to everyone who is celebrating their born day during this Leo season. Where are my Leo season Leos at in the building? Got Maya checking in from the ATL. Welcome on in. Greenville, South Carolina. Welcome on in. CV, is it Sevi? CV checking in. Stevie or CV checking in from Vegas. Welcome on in. Little Elm, Texas. Welcome in. Greensboro, North Carolina in the building. Arlington, Texas in the building. Erica representing Mississippi. Welcome in. Shiva. Welcome on in. Oh my goodness. Crush representing Texas. Welcome in Los Angeles. Bridget B representing Connecticut in the building. Isabella, good to see you. Welcome on in, Show Stapa. I love that name. I love the way you spelled that. How magical. Sage Page representing McKinney, Texas. Welcome on in. Welcome in, Karen. Good to see you. Tashia, good to see you. Inland Empire, Khalif. Donna, welcome on in, Donna, representing the Marsh Islands. Good to see you. Scottsdale, Arizona. International Man of Mystery. Now that's a mouthful. Representing Scottsdale, Arizona, home of the Phoenix. Yeah, I love Scottsdale, Arizona. Very powerful and magical place there. Magical city there. Spent some time there. Love that. Welcome on in, Shamara Reflection Consciousness. Philly is in the building. Welcome on in. Cutie Wise representing Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome in. New Bronzeville in the building. Welcome on in. I just was up that way. Michelle, welcome on in. Listen, you guys, I know I was running late. Priestess, Priestess Trend. Good to see you. I know I'm running super late. It's been a very, very interesting week. I don't know about you all, but I am glad that we all have traveled ourselves and made it through Cancer season. Few things I want to talk about, but I also want to give out some details as well. I am that Let There Be Light L, Alberta, Canada. Welcome on in. The Dancing Priestess, you're in Austin this weekend. You're in my city. Wow. Good to know. Enjoy. Wow. Enjoy. Sasha Sankofa, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Good to know. Interesting week as we're coming off of what do you call it? Cancer season. We're going to talk about that. Honey O representing Las Vegas, Los Angeles. There you go. And Divinity Warrior is in Toronto. So we are here from all over the world. Let's do this. How are we all feeling? How are we all doing? And how are we really feeling? Welcome in, Nicole. I, put something up on Instagram, I want to say a couple of days ago. And Brother Kawanza, welcome on in. And I was able to see that so many of you were feeling this energy. Cancer season is our opportunity for us to really get back into alignment and elevate how we love ourselves, how we nurture ourselves, and how we love and nurture others in our lives. It really is that meter. We get a chance for that reflection to come back. Let's get the likes up if you're in the building so we can let everybody know I'm live. I just really, I was sitting here and I actually got lost in the frequency. I got lost in listening to music, listening to pure music. And then I realized I looked at the time and said, oh my goodness, are you going to go live tonight or not? It's been a busy weekend. It's been a busy week. I've been traveling. A lot of things have gone on. A lot of things have changed. Let me know if you feel at this time that you have changed. Like where you were a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, there is something in your life, something that has come into your scope, some awareness you have come about within yourself that you feel like you have changed. Change. You have changed. Something about you has changed. Anybody else feeling that? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely there. Yeah. Same with me. Absolutely. There are some things that will never be the same. And for good reason. Good reason. Like really good reason. I want to talk a little bit about us moving. And I see you all moving into this energy of us moving into getting ready to come into the month of August. Because this month of August, as much as I would like to say the frequency has shifted, it has. But we're not quite out of this very transformative time yet, especially when it comes to the weather, especially when it comes to the weather. But remember, the weather is really sort of connected to us on an energetic and a frequency level of us sort of kind of releasing our emotions and energy out into the atmosphere. And we're going to see that. We're going to see that big time. We're going to see a lot of water. One of the things that in my prediction show, I shared that we will be dealing with during this particular year. Fire and water. This is a fire water. A lot of fire water energy. And I know we typically don't think about fire and water mixing, but in fact, fire and water can be I had to get the hair done. But fire and water can be very transformative in a very profound way. So I want you to remember that. I'm going to give some key points. I'm going to give you 8 key points to take away during Leo season. While we're in this energy of Leo season, I'm going to give you some dates. These are going to be some very high frequency dates. Coming in hot, August the 1st. Now, for those of you in the futuristic class, you have these dates, because even when I did the futuristic activation pack, you're going to have these dates already. And then also when you get your frequency energetic activation report, it's going to be in that report. And I'll give you even more details. But for all of us here, August the 1st, August the 1st, it's going to be a massive shift, a shift in frequency on August the 1st. You're going to know that we have entered into that vibration collectively, meaning everyone on the planet has entered into that. Those first days of coming in, it's going to be some heavy energy, heavy. It's going to be heavy, meaning that you can feel it. You can connect with it. It's going to give you a lot of information. It's a great time for us to stay grounded. Don't worry. I'll be here to assist us around this time. Okay. The other thing is, so one, we're going to talk about August the 1st. I want you to just be mindful of those first couple of, that first energy of coming into August until we get to like August the 11th, August the 12th. People are going to be extremely sensitive. Remember, we are in Leo season. And Leo season is all about the sun. It's about that sun, that light, right? We're talking about the radiance, the energy of the God force energy, right? And this is going to be what is this illumination that is going to happen. It's going to be a lot of energy that is based upon masculine and feminine energy. And the best thing that we can do in this month is to be able to be in what I would like to call divine feminine energy, to receive. Can you receive? Can you be open to receiving? So because of that, it's going to speak to energy as it relates to the sacred feminine. And I'm talking energetics, but I'm going to speak in the essence of masculine and feminine, so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. Now, one of the other highlights, we have the Lionsgate portal, which we have the Lionsgate portal every single year, which is the 8/8. That is the Lionsgate portal. This Lionsgate portal will be different. It will be different because there are different astrological alignments. Hold that thought, because we're not only talking astronomy. It'll be different because you are different. So I want you to understand, as much as the planets are impacting us, we are impacting the planets. And so this is going to be different because you are different. And I want you to make that note to yourself. These things are changing in your life because you are different. You aren't the same person you were last August. You have experienced so many different things. You have transformed so many different things. You have done different work on yourself. You have grown. You have evolved. There's so many things you no longer do, and there are new things that you have begun to do. So I want you to always put that front and center, because it's more about the vibration and the frequency you're carrying. Remember, one of the things that we have really been pressing hard, and I have been sharing in my teachings, was about pulling us to become our true, authentic selves, our true authentic selves. You understand? And really becoming sovereign beings, meaning we are taking full responsibility for ourselves. And, at the same token, we are not bypassing things within our own lives. We are learning how to stand up and speak our truths, right? We are also learning how to understand ourselves better. We are looking for something deep and more meaningful in our relationships and our connections and even the work that we're doing in the world. We're in a completely different space. At least I feel comfortable for anyone who is here with us to say that we are not the same. If you feel you are the same, I challenge you. I desperately challenge you to go deep within yourself. You should not be the same. You should not be exactly the same. There should be elements of you, of course, but you should be evolving. And the work that you're doing should be a reflection of that, of how you're evolving. So take that in with you. Now, as we move, I want you to highlight the 15th. Oh, this is probably one of the more magical days of the year that you're going to get a chance to experience, to witness. There are some once in a lifetime moments that are being presented to you, to each of you. No one gets left behind. There are some lifetime moments that will be presented to you during this time. And we have something else here that is, it's almost mind blowing when I was diving into the Akashic records and I had an opportunity to just really sit with the downloads. I've been pretty quiet lately. Well, yes and no. I've been quiet, but very outspoken about a lot of things normally I would not speak out about. Some of that I will share here because I need to put this on the record, and this isn't because of any of you, but it is because of who I know myself to be. I'm not doing this because of who I feel others are. I'm doing this because I know who I am. And that's the position that I teach from. That's the position that I speak from. And that's the position that I'm in. So I want to talk about some things tonight because I know it's a lot swirling in the collective right now from many different aspects of things that are going on. And by the way, the first thing I want to do is I want to send so much love, which I've been doing this as well, and send blessings and ashe to Malcolm Jamal Warner, the brother, sending him so much love, sending his family, his baby girl, his wife, so much love, and everyone who loved him, and as well as his soul as well. He's made a great impact in my life since he's been on the planet. Watching him on the Cosby Show, and just, that evolution. When you can see a reflection of things during the time that you grew up, that has made such a good impact in your life. You would be less than who you are not to feel some kind of way, even understanding no soul leaves before the soul is ready. No soul, because we have access to our free will. Most of us are just not conscious of that. And because we're not conscious of that, even more reason to live each and every single day to the fullest, because you're not conscious of what your soul agreement was with yourself prior to coming on earth. And because you don't know that, do not take your life for granted. Please do not take your life for granted. Do not be reckless with your life. Do not be reckless with your mind. Do not be reckless in your relationships. Do not be reckless in your work. Do not be reckless, period. Do not be reckless. Someone put the thumbs down, and I feel you on that. It's hard to take responsibility for thyself. It's hard for you to say that you can be responsible for you. That can be very challenging. That can be very challenging. The beautiful thing is you have free will and you get a choice. You get a choice. You never have to do any work. Absolutely. You never have to do anything. But these are the reminders, and we will have more. Because again, when we get to this 8-8, this is a powerful, powerful, powerful portal that is opening up. And whenever we have this powerful portal open up, there are souls that is leaving, souls that are leaving the planet. And there are souls that are coming to the planet. The mothership is coming to pick up some souls. The mothership is coming to pick up souls. Yeah. So, welcome on in. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and it is Leo season. Can you believe it? It is Leo season. Did you say no, I didn't say put thumbs down in the chat. Someone gave me a thumbs down. Yeah. They didn't like what I was speaking. They didn't like that. But I mean, I can see that. It's okay because I understand it's not always about liking. It's not always about agreeing. It's not always about that. At the end of the day, it's your life. You get to do it your way. You get to do it your way. I want to give a big shout out to Lola Falana. Welcome on in, and everyone else, welcome into the building. Dinner with Jesus is in the building. Absolutely love that name. Brittany Vise is here. Sheila is in the building. Welcome on in. Katura is here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome on into everyone. If you're new and this is your very first time, please, please, please let me know. And let me be the first to say welcome. I am going to ring the bell. I'm going to ring the bell. Ring the bell. And I want to ring the bell, first of all, for the futuristic activation class. I want to ring the bell for them. Send them so much love, because they've been putting in that work. We have our next quarter meeting that is coming up. Low key, low key, low key. I got something planned for it. It's going to be coming up. Stay tuned. Check your emails. I'll be sending out the text message, so you'll be able to get that. And then also, I'm going to ring the bell again. I'm going to ring the bell again. And I'm going to ring the bell this time for the All About Frequency class. And I want to give so much love to the All About Frequency class. We are in week 7. Week 7. And when I tell you they are doing the work, they are doing the work. And transformation is happening. I am so honored to be a part of their journey and their paths, for all of us doing this work together. And so we have one more week to go in the All About Frequency class. And I am just so excited for each and every single one of you who have participated in this life-changing moment and with so much to come, you guys, because many of them are teachers. Many of them are already practitioners in their own work. Many of them are out here doing the work in the community, in the collective, and doing it in such a loving, authentic, and profound way. And I could not have, I could not have seen it any other way. I kind of got lost for words there, but I couldn't see it any other way. It's just been a joy to be able to be in that space and to be able with working with souls so committed to their transformation. Um, Ultimately, the transformation always starts within, and then we get to spread it out into the world for those of us who choose. And I just love that so much. It has been amazing for me. By the way, for everyone in the All About Frequency class, look what I got. Look what I got. Look what I got. We have been doing Astro classes, and here are the envelopes, even though they're supposed to be with Baby Blue, but she left them in here with me. But I promise I'm not changing anything I put in there. And when we get to class, we will be going over everything that is in there. Dreams have been wild. Yes, we talked about that last time I was here. Dreams are off the Richter scale. Dreams are going to be off the Richter scale. If you are having a nightmare or nightmares, I want you to go down, dig down a little deeper to decode what is going on. But we'll talk about that, because dreams has been wild. It's about to get wild out here. It's about to get wild out here in these streets. It's already gotten wild. We'll talk about it. But in the spirit of Leo season, I'm showing up because I almost didn't come online tonight, but I'm showing up because the lion has returned to the temple of light. And in the season, or in the spirit, I should say, of the season of Leo season, I'm showing up to reflect, to reset, to reignite our collective magic, because I think it's time that we do need to do this. Let's talk about what this season really means. And we're going to look at it through several different lenses. Look at it through an energetic lens. We're going to also look at it through a Vedic lens. We're also going to look at it through a Kabbalistic lens. Plus, I'm going to give you 8 radiant keys to align with this solar frequency. So whether you've been feeling this energy waves or you just need a reminder of who you are, this is your sign. It's a sign to rise. It's a sign to shine. It's a sign to do it without any kind of apology needed. I'm touching on that because so much is at stake right now for all of us. This is truly a turning point. I'll touch on also, like I said, why I've been quiet this week. And I'm going to share some insight that may help you navigate this energetic moment, because I want you to be able to navigate these energetic moments with yourself, with clarity, with power, and also with a little bit of play. All right. So, So we know the sun is in Leo, and so are the lessons. I want you to remember that. So whether you've been pulled to go inward, or maybe you've been pulled to kind of go shine outward, I want you to understand it's all divine. And we're in different places in our lives. It's all divine. But first, I want to talk about why I've been a little extra quiet this week. I had to take a moment to pause. Not because I didn't have nothing to say, but because I needed to hear my own heart first. My own heart first. And sometimes that's the power move. So I wasn't quiet because I didn't have anything to say. Oh, I had a whole lot to say. But I needed to hear my own heart first. It was a few things that I've done. And those of you who are part of the All About Frequency class, you know this class was sent ahead of time. But I want you to know that the work always continues behind the scene. Here's something I want you all to take away. Energy is real. Can we all agree on that? That energy is real. And so are boundaries. And because of some recent events that have taken place, I have had to make some adjustments quietly, intentionally, and with love. I'm going to leave it at that for right now. And then more will come. But I want us to move into Leo season because Leo season brought some things to the table in such a profound way. We know that Leo is said to be ruled by the sun, the symbol of the divine will, not just your will, not just my will, but the divine will, which is a will that is connected to source. It's the spiritual imprint when we're here at this time. It's the generosity of the heart. And Leo is about receiving in order to give. Not just attention, because we see that all the time, but divine presence, a presence that speaks to its authenticity, a presence that is real, not performing, a presence that is giving. Mm. I say this to you because not everything that is shared online is truly light work. I don't care how it's dressed up. Don't care how it's perceived. It's important that more than ever you are using discernment. Discernment in your connections, discernment in your relationships, discernment in what you're sharing and who you're sharing it with. We have to. Our intuition has to speak first. It's so important because so many lines will get blurred. And a lot of times, what will happen is once you see the unfoldment of it, it might be too late to go back and say you're sorry because the damage has been done. And I am speaking this to you because there's been many clues that have been in front of you, and we might have been ignoring these clues. Don't ignore it. Be intentional about your connections. Be intentional about your conversation. Be intentional and be aware and be present and use discernment. I want to talk about the 8 keys of this Leo portal because Leo, this whole season or any of these seasons, you guys know, it is a portal. These are openings. These are potential energy. It's where infinite potential lies. We can either, this is going to be a devastating, drastic time for you, or this is going to be a very healing and transformational time. But the work starts from within. It's not an outside job. Leo season is about an inside job. It's about an inside job. Remember, Leo the lion, do you have the courage to speak about it, to talk about it, to be truthful about it, to be honest about it, to be upfront about it? Do you have the courage? So let me give you these 8 keys. We're going to chit chat some more, but I'm going to give you these 8 keys. Number 1, the first key, glow without over explaining. Glow without over explaining. That means that you are truly, authentically doing it for you, not disregarding anyone else, but you're doing it for you. Not doing it for what you're going to get on the outside or what others may or may not think about it. That has nothing to do with it. You are glowing without over explaining. Key number 2, protect your frequency, baby. Please protect your frequency. And when I say protect your frequency, I'm saying stay within the confines of your temple, your sacred temple. Protect your frequency, not your illusion. And too much of what's going on is people are attempting to protect their illusion of who they are and not their frequency. Protect your frequency. It is so important that you do protect your frequency. Be a mirror, not a sponge. Whoo! Be a mirror, not a sponge. Not a sponge. If I need to dive into the difference, if you don't know the difference between being a mirror and being a sponge, I can break it down for you. But I think you got it. I think you got it. Be the mirror, not a sponge. See, a mirror, recognize that there is a reflection. Have you ever looked in the mirror and seen something within yourself or within your background you didn't see before? And you say, oh, I didn't realize I had a freckle right there. I didn't realize that. That's a mirror. A sponge is just trying to absorb everything that comes in front of it, and it only can repeat what is being reflected, not even realizing that you may be, you know how they tell you when you're driving, objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear? That they may be too close in someone else's reflection. So be a mirror, not a sponge. Number 4, reclaim your stage without needing any applause. Reclaim your stage without needing any applause. And don't dim, redirect. There's going to be some things that during this season you will be challenged with. Can you redirect it without giving a damn about what anybody has to say about it? Because you are standing on the truth of the essence of your authenticity and who you know yourself to be. You standing on that truth and you not letting nobody play in your face with it. You standing on your truth. And here's another thing. The sun doesn't rush to shine, and neither should you. I took that download to mean don't do too much. Stop doing, you doing too much. The sun doesn't need to rush to shine, and neither should you. And this one hit home. So true. Whoo, I love it. Your truth is your protection. Your truth is your protection. And when I tell you that's going to hold you 10 times down, your truth is your protection. I'm not talking about an illusional truth. I'm talking about your truth. That's your protection. And I will tell you that has been a saving grace for me for so long. Your truth is your protection. And then ultimately, this is number 8. Return to joy. Return to joy. It's your most loyal magic. This is the most mystic and magical part of you. Make sure that you are able, no matter what happens, to return to joy. Return to joy. Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a challenging week for me. A challenging week. And normally things I would just let float on by. No. We not letting shit float by no more. Float days is over. Float days is over. We're not letting it float by. We're not. But you have to return to joy. You have to return to joy. You really do. You have to take the courage to do the things that you need to do and then return to joy. No matter where it is, return to joy. Make sure you do that. And so, yeah, I wanted to come on, like I said, to check in because I hadn't been on this week. And don't worry, it'll be more to come. It'll make sense, but in due time, in due time. But I wanted to come on, number one, to tell you guys how grateful I am for each and every single one of you for being a part of this community, of showing up week after week, supporting me, because I could not have done it without you. And I mean that sincerely. Would I have done it without you? Yes. Could I have done it without you? No. And I need you to know the difference. The difference. Can I do it without you? Absolutely. Everybody can do it without anybody. But could I have really done it without you? Absolutely not. And so it's important to me that I acknowledge you, especially those of you who have been here, my day ones, who've been riding and dying for over 10 years with me. And I don't mean dying figuratively. I mean us transforming, us rising, because I see you, I feel you, and you're out there doing the work and you're doing it. I have so much respect for those of you who honor yourselves and you honor your path and you are doing it in a very authentic and loving way. And you're also a big part of the community where you're also bringing others to come to the platform and you acknowledge me. I thank you for that. You're not just here to be the sponge, but you're here for the exchange. And I'm grateful for that. You know, throughout my tenure, I think the largest my audience got to was about 8 million listeners from around the world and still growing. And so many lives have been touched in these spaces that I have created and open up a portal for. Not a place where we come to just, be takers of the community or destructional pieces in the community, but you're always going to have that. It's like having a family. And we all know it's that cousin we don't F with. We all know that that's that aunt that's full of S. We all know that that's that uncle you don't leave the kids with. It's the same way. So I'm not telling you that I can vouch for everybody in the community because I can't. But it's not about that. But I want you to use your discernment. Okay? Use your discernment. Because there's so many different reasons why people come to this space. And like I said, use your discernment. But I am so grateful for those of you who are doing the work and for those of you who are doing it in an authentic way. And for those of you who have kept my name alive in spaces and places that that I cannot be, that I am not in, that you have brought me in there. That's why it's always been important for me to acknowledge you all. This isn't a game to me, and I'm not in competition with anyone because I don't really see competition. Either I can help you or you can help me. That's it, period. That's how I see it. I have never seen competition. Either I'm going to be able to help you or you can help me. That's it. I am going to be making some changes as we move forward, just due to some recent events. But I think it's time that we continue to grow up on planet Earth and grow up in a very profound way. It's time for us to grow up. It's really time for us to grow up. I don't know about you all, but I'm ready. I've been having my big girl panties on. I don't know. Should I take them off? I don't know what I'm ready to do, but I'm ready to grow beyond that space. And I know that those of you who are ready to grow, you will grow with me. I will say this in the most loving way. Yeah, I'm ready to grow up. I'm going to leave it at that before I take myself on a path I don't want to do, not right here. But I will, but just not tonight. I'm not going to do that. Not tonight. We're not doing that. It's Leo season. We going to return the joy, baby. We going to return the joy. So I wanted to come on and I wanted to share those keys with you because I want you all to take those keys with you during this Leo season. It's an opportunity to really grow up during this month, but it's going to be some very contractual energy. I mean, split down the line. And this is why I told you all this energy is here. It doesn't mean it's going to happen for you, but it can, where there will be some relationships that will no longer be. And that's okay. You got to sometimes let those things go for very good reason. The first thing that I will tell everyone, make sure you're taking a look at yourself in an honest way, because it's a lot of delusion going on out here about how we see ourselves and our own actions and what we're doing. And it's a lot of mental disturbances going on because people are in desperate situations and they're willing to do desperate things. And that desperation may have pulled them into an illusionary world that doesn't really exist. And we have to stay grounded, because what will happen is it will, woo, listen, it'll pull you into the wormhole. You'll find yourself like, wait a minute. Listen, don't allow yourself to get pulled in. Don't allow yourself to get pulled in. And don't allow yourself to be delusionary. I've already given out the 8 keys. You definitely can go back and download, because these will be 8 keys that you can work with. But I promise you're going to see some things. It's going to be some folks to test you, because we got to also test out, where is your ego? Where is your ego? Has your ego evolved? Sometimes people think, you on this spiritual path, and so nothing should bother you. You should become numb in this world. No, that's not what it means. That's not what it means. You shouldn't lead by your ego. You shouldn't lead with your ego. You should lead with your intuition. Your intuition. Yeah. Hey, Anastasia. Hey, Anastasia. So, I'm going to pull some cards. Like I said, I got some shows coming up for us that I think you're going to be real excited about. I'm not going to give them away, but we're going to be doing some more divine timing, spotlighting those who are connected with the community, because there are some individuals I really want you to connect with that is doing some real authentic work. I'm thinking about maybe making some adjustments to that segment. I'm going to see how that goes. I also want to say thank you to everyone who answered the questions on Instagram Live and told me when I asked, how are you feeling? So I'm going to ask us here, how are you feeling? Have you checked in on how are you feeling? Today was a beautiful day. Busy day. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I felt like the day was like extra busy. Like, I looked up at one time and it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. Looked up again and it was almost 10 o'clock at night. So like the whole day just kind of zipped on by, like in a profound, powerful way. Me and my daughter got a chance to always spend some good time together, and I always look forward to that. We kind of hung out a little bit, went out and about, and got some good eats, and just kind of was out and about in the city a little bit, which I don't do too much, don't get a chance to do too much. The readings this week, I kind of paused all my readings this week. I kind of paused everything this week. I needed a reset. I needed a real good reset. And I needed an opportunity to really check my heart on some things. Not because I was hurt. I know when we hear the heart, sometimes we think a person may have been hurt. I wasn't hurt, but I was extremely disappointed. I'm not going to lie to you guys about some things, just so disappointed in it. And I wanted to know, I went back and did that reflection and said, Blue, why are you so disappointed when you understand that these things happen, these things happen. Why are you so disappointed in it? And honestly, the reason I realized why I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed because of my expectations of how I seen the situation, the person. That's why I was disappointed. And then I thought, you're out of line. You're out of line. Because since when do we feel that people can't disappoint us? This is why I tell you guys, when you're doing your self love work, don't connect it to a person, not even your children, not even your family members, because people can disappoint us sometimes. Not because we're perfect or they're perfect, because it's not about being perfect, but because we're all learning and we're all growing. And so sometimes when you can see so much potential in a person, you get a little disappointed when you see some other things as well. But I'll tell you also, when you start tapping fully into your intuitive side, I know for me, since I've been a young girl, I have been able to see people and see their intention. But I've also learned doing this work to bypass that, because I know we have free will. And what your intentions are today, that may change tomorrow. And not because I did anything different, because you're growing and evolving. So I do my best not to hold people in judgment of what intentions I know that they're capable of, or what I see their true intentions to be, and to give themselves and me free will so that I can allow them to be who they are, because eventually they will reveal themselves. They will reveal themselves. And as Maya Angelou so beautifully put it, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. That's it. That's it. Believe them. That's who they are. You can't go past that. You understand? You can't go past that. So, that's the thing that I will take to you. And so my being quiet was to go within, to see within myself. Because this Leo season also brings out the people pleasing. It also brings out, we're coming out of the Cancer season, the people pleasing season, excuse me, and also boundaries. Because sometimes we make ourselves too accessible to the wrong energy and the wrong frequency. The wrong energy and the wrong frequency. I don't want anyone to take this personal, because I'm not talking to you. I want you to understand. Take what is good for you and leave the rest. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We make ourselves too accessible to things. And that's not always a good thing, to do that, because we want to care, we want to give, we're helping. I know if you guys are here, you're caring people, you're loving people, you want to be of service. Keep your boundaries, balance. Not pull back. No. But keep it balanced. Keep it balanced in where you have those boundaries. Everybody should not have access to you. Point blank, period. They just shouldn't. And allow that energy to match you in an authentic way. And we can't bypass just because we know who we are. Because I know what I can do, I bypass a lot of bullshit. That's not fair. That's not fair to me to bypass bullshit because I know who I am. And so this is why I authentically have always told you guys, don't bypass yourself because you know who other people are. So you just excuse their behavior because you know who you are and oh, okay, that's not going to affect me. I'm not worried about that. Listen, don't bypass people for that reason. Don't do that. Don't put yourself in these kinds of situations. Don't do it. It's not necessary. You can still love. You can still do what you need to do and you can still be great, but you don't have to put yourself in these types of situation. I was having this conversation with a family member and I realized, nah, we're not doing this. Not no more. We're not doing this. We're not finna do this no more. Love you, love you, love you. Love you like a play cousin. Love you like a real cousin. But we're not doing this. We're not doing this. No, we're not doing it. And so it's an opportunity for me to grow. And then there's other things, because these themes that are coming up for you now, these are themes that is going to be playing out and where your higher self is asking you to grow. I need you to grow in these areas. So for those of you who are having these things in relationships, this is where you're being asked, can you grow here? It is something for you to grow. It's not just the other person being out of alignment. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, no one can be out of alignment in my life. I'm out of alignment. Because who better to take care of me than me? I don't expect you to have that same kind of love and care you have for yourself to have for me. I don't expect you. That's what I operate with. That's not how everybody else governs themselves. They don't govern themselves by how you govern you. And that's what we have to remember. Everybody doesn't love themselves like you love you. They don't. You want to give them the benefit of the doubt of thinking they do, but they don't. And if a person doesn't truly love themselves like that, how can you expect them to love you like that? They don't even love themselves like that. Old souls, new souls do not mix, period. And they should not be in relationships with each other. They don't. It's hard to even have connection. This is why some children don't speak to their parents, because their parents may be old souls and the child is a new soul. They're not bad people, but they just don't have that same they don't have that. And vice versa. There are some parents who are new souls and got an old soul child, and that child is like, what the hell did I just get birthed into? Like, what kind of family is this? But they don't mix. They don't have the compassion. They don't have the understanding. They don't have the capacity, new souls. They're here to learn. They're here to grow. They don't have that understanding. You could talk to them till you orange in the face, and they are still going to stand on what they feel their truth is and what they're right in doing, and they're not going to see it. And in most cases, they experience a lot of tragedy. Unfortunately, this is why we have wars, because new souls need shit to hit them right at their front door before they realize it's really going to happen. They don't get it. They don't understand how this little small thing can change their lives. They don't understand. And they're self-serving. They are interested in themselves because this is the part of them that they're coming to learn about. And I will take something back. I used to say new souls would never, ever hang around old souls. That is not true. They hang around, but their purpose for being is completely different than an old soul's purpose for being. And so here we have new souls, we have old souls, and we got those, what I call in-between souls. They in the middle. Holy him, it said standing on straight bullshit. Yeah, strong and wrong. Absolutely, absolutely. But we have those in-between souls that are constantly trying to bridge the gap between the old souls and the new souls to keep them from bumping heads and fighting with each other. Because eventually what will happen with the old soul and the new souls? Oh, they gonna knock heads. Heads is gonna get knocked. And what the old souls, what we are here to remember, your focus, our focus, old souls, is to love yourself, not your ego self. I'm talking about your real self. Because when you have real self-love, it's very transformative. It elevates your life to a level of richness and wealth. And I'm not talking about in material, although that can be an aspect of it, but it uplifts your whole life. It's completely different. Completely different. It transforms your life in a profound way. And that transformation is something that happens inside. It is grounding for you. It is healing for you. It is transformative for you. That's what it is. That's what it is. It is medicine for your soul, for your body, for your spirit. And we are moving in between and in these times. And Leo season, it's going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be pretty fun. Yeah, pretty fun. Now, Nicole, unawakened souls are different than new souls because new souls can be very awake because they're very smart. A lot of them are very scientific. So they know the language, they know the lingo, they know all of that. They know all of that. They know it. They know it. They know it. They understand it. But they haven't done the work for it. The alchemy is not there. It's just an intellectual. It's in the what I call the false matrix aspect of their minds. A lot of it. It hasn't hit their soul yet. You know? For a lot of them, it hasn't hit their soul yet. It hasn't registered in your soul. Because when something registers in your soul, you move different. You love different. You love more. It's intense. It's more real, but you love different. You love different. You love different. You just love it different. It's different for you. It's a different kind of feel. It's a different kind of vibe. And those you guys know, you know what I'm talking about. You can look in your life and you can see where something is completely different. You know, one of the things that we do need to try to stay out of, and I remind myself, is judgment. But remember, there is an element to judgment that has to be there. I'm not talking about the lower octave of judgment, but I'm talking about judgment. Okay, Prince David, we see you. I give thanks for you too, brother. Yeah. Elevate in greatness. I love that. So here's a song that I woke up with the other day, and I want to kind of who passed away? I'm sorry, I don't know who is that, Abdullah. And my condolences to whoever it is that made their passing away. But I woke up the other day and guess what I heard? I heard this song and it just hit me. Mercy, mercy me. Things ain't what they used to be by Marvin Gaye. And I said, mercy, mercy. He was asking for time. When someone is pleading for mercy, they're asking for time. Leo season is when you get mercy. Mercy. You get time. You get time to slow down. You get time to reflect. You get time to go within. You get time to shine your God light. You get time. You get time to evolve. You get time to right your wrongs right. You get time. You get time to go back and reminisce a little bit. You get time. You get time to go back to that thing that you wanted to do 3 or 4 years ago, but you didn't do it. But now you get a chance to go back, and you get a chance to do it again. You get time. It's during Leo season that people from your past will, as they say, circle the block. Some people don't let their ass circle the block. You let them keep riding. You don't open your doors. Others, who knows? Maybe. Maybe it's time. I think we had this conversation about circling the block, and many of y'all said this took us on a whole nother thing. Y'all said, no, we don't circle the block, Ms.Blue. We don't do that. We don't do that. But I want you to know this is the season of mercy. Mercy, mercy me. This is that season. That is that season. Yeah, you guys said Aaliyah's been coming through. A lot of ancestors come through. This is a powerful time. This is the sun, right? We know Leo is connected with that light. It's connected with that sun, that soul power that's coming through. It's connected with that soul power. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They want to circle the block. Mm-hmm. Circle the block. That's right. Yeah. You right, Anastasia. So that's all I have for us right now. I didn't want to do nothing heavy. I just kind of wanted to come on just to kind of connect, because I absolutely love to connect. I will be taking your questions. If you all have some questions, I can, I said I was going to make it a point to definitely pull some cards, because pull some cards, and for you guys to pull some cards. And I wanted to pull some cards for us. I wanted us to pull some cards. That's what I wanted us to do. I wanted us to pull some cards. And I want to say thank you to the brother Prince David. Thank you for the super chat donation. And thank you all for being here. But if you have a question, put it in chat. Put a question mark in front of it. And so I will know if you have a question. And we can go from there. But if not, it's all good. If you have a question, put a Q in front of there and go from there. Mm-hmm. So I'll take some questions. Again, where is all of the Leos in the building? Oh my goodness. My mother is a Leo. She is a Leo. Very, very powerful Leo. Very powerful Leo. The interesting thing about my mother is she was growing up, she was one of those mothers that was kind of quiet. She didn't really do a whole lot of talking, but she did a whole lot of nurturing. And she raised us, it was 3 of us, very independent children. But she gave us so much love and so much nurturing, to the point where my father thought she was babying us too much, because my mother would do everything for us, like literally everything my mother would do for us. Absolutely everything. I loved it. Passed a lot of that on to my own children. But my mother, healing coach, your mother's a Leo too. My mother did everything for us. Cook for us, wash our clothes, iron our clothes, do our hair, everything, clean our rooms for us, even when we became teenagers. But then my father, you know how daddies are, came in there and was like, no, you're not doing the clothes no more. You're not doing all the chores. My mother she was a very prideful woman. And I could see this now as Leo being that stance, where her home, her children, her family, sacred. She loved you. She would sacred. My mother was one of those people that took so much pride in our house. When you came to our house, she would give you a whole tour of the whole house. Come on in, come on in. Let me show you around. She would show you around because she was so proud of the house, so proud of her house. The way she kept her house, the way the house looked, no matter where we lived, loved it. My mother would do that. She would just do that. She would cook. And when we would go to our games and stuff, because we played sports, me and my brother, she would be that team mom that would come with all the snacks, and she would bring just a mother that I'm not going to hold you. When I became a mother, I was so intimidated because I already knew hands down. I can't hold a candle to how my mother mothered. I can't hold a candle to that. I'm just keeping it a buck. I just was like, I don't know how she do it, but she did it. She maintained her own independence, even though, my parents, very traditional. My father worked and, took care of things as far as the material things in the house. And my mother took care of everything and organizing. She was really the leader, but she kind of made my father feel like he was the leader. But really, my mother was the one orchestrating everything, but very, very quiet, just if I had to say a textbook of what a mother should be, my mama was that. She was that. She was that girl. She was that mama. She was that and still is that kind of mom. Now, we've gotten older, she's very more of a Leo woman in her tone. When we were younger, very soft. My mother never raised her voice. She never got upset. Everything was, we're going to work this out. It's going to be okay. It was, listen, I keep telling her we need her book. We need her book. She would change the bedding. This is where I get a lot of this. Change the bedding every season. She had a fragrance for every season. She taught me and my sisters that a woman should have a signature scent, signature look. She didn't believe in letting my father catch her with rollers in her hair. Hair done, all of that herself. She had her own business, a floral business growing up. She loved flowers. My mother used to always talk to her flowers in the house. People would be scared sometimes when they came in our house because we would have this plant that grew, literally it wrapped all around our house. And my mother would talk to the plants. People would bring their dead plants over and she would talk to them. Yes, New Diamond, you would love. She would talk to the plants, talk to the grass, no matter where we lived, whatever, she would do that. Listen, like I said, hands down, she would do that. My mother also taught us, listen, we are not going to be living in one place. So you need to know how to connect with God, no matter where you are. And she taught us that way. I didn't grow up like going to church every Sunday. Did we go sometimes when we would visit family and stuff? Yes. But we didn't grow up going to church because my mother felt like you need to know how to connect with God no matter where you are. No matter where you are. You don't need to be in a church. You don't need to have a Bible. You need to know how to pray. You need to know how to connect, and you need to understand your own power. My mother knew that. Even though she claimed she didn't have a sixth sense, she had a sixth sense. My mother would have dreams. She would talk about it, even though I was a little too overpowered with all of my gifts, but that was my mother. She would do that. When you were sick, that was like the best thing. Me and my brother would take turns on who would get sick. Because when you got sick, it was like you was living in the lap of luxury. You would come home, take your little bath, your shower. My mother would tuck me in the bed and ask me, I'm going to make you some soup. What do you want? She would do all of these things. Of course, my dad would come home and blow it out the spot, talking about, why is she watching TV? If you sick, You can't watch TV. My mother would let me do all kinds of stuff. I would say I was sick and my mother would take it. She would just say, "Okay, you can stay up late. You can watch TV. You're not going to go to school tomorrow. You're going to stay home. I'm going to take care of you. You're going to feel better. If you want to stay up and watch TV, you can stay up." My dad would be like, "Cut that TV off. You sick." My mom would be like, "No, you're not sick. She's sick. Let her do it." She would do that. She was just that mother, but don't mess with her kids, don't mess with her family, don't mess with her. That's when you would see a different side to her. But all the kids in the neighborhood, she had a daycare center growing up. So we always had children from all nationalities, and they would cry to spend the night at our house. And the people used to say, "What did your mother do? What did you do to my child? Because my child doesn't want to come back to me." Because my mother was one of those very nurturing, loving mothers, like just what you can think of that kind of mother. That's the kind of mother she was and still is. She still is. She's, I tell her now that she got older, she got a little bit more boisterous. It's interesting that both of her daughters, me and my sister, we grew up very independent and wanted really nothing. I guess I can say not really nothing, but we really didn't want that traditional role. We wanted to get out into the world. My sister's a lot younger than me, but my mother raised me to be very independent. Very, very independent. My parents, my father too, they raised us as independent children. Like we had to make a lot of decisions of ourselves. Did I do that to my children? No, I didn't. But my parents raised us to be free thinkers and would challenge us on how we thought about things, how we seen life, and how we understood different things that was happening in the world for that self-expression. That was a big, big thing for both of my parents. You know, I guess I'm getting nostalgia because my mother's a Leo, and she's in her 80s now. And it's so funny. I was talking to her earlier today, and she said, "Yeah, I just came back in the house. I had to run and make a couple of runs and go to the grocery store. And, my father has passed on now. So it's my mom, and she stays by herself. And, she's the youngest of 16, 18 kids, and she's the last living uh, sibling on her side of the family. So she is the matriarch of the family, and she takes that role real serious. And so every day she says, and I have my pen and my paper, because I start getting phone calls around 8 o'clock because everybody knows what time I get up. And my cousins, everybody calling her. And she loves it. She loves it. And she is directing, the family. And I love that for her. The reason I say that is because often when we think of Leo season, we see the symbolism of the sun, which is, symbol of God, of Ra. You think about Ra, the God. But this is really a season of conception, and it's a season of receiving. My mother was a Leo and me a Virgo. I miss her dearly. Yeah, yeah. And I'll say to your mother as well. And she, this is really the season about receiving. We have just come out of the energy of the great mother, which is Cancer, which is another nurturing, receiving kind of energy. And my heart goes out to all, first of all, who are sun sign Cancers, because I know you've been going through it with Cancer season. But we have to remember Cancers live this energy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's a powerful energy that Cancers, male and females, deal with on a day-to-day basis. And Cancer season takes them off the Richter scale, especially this Cancer season here. And Cancer is the moon. Think about this. The moon has no light. The moon is in pure darkness. When the moon gets its light, it is receiving its light from the sun. And when the moon is able to totally receive, that's when we get the full moon. It is full. It is full of illumination, but it's not its own light. It is receiving the light from the sun. That's powerful to remember, because the masculine energy is who brings the seed, and the feminine energy is who takes that seed and turns it into a creation. And that's where we are. We are in the season of, can you receive? And what if I told you what you receive is based on how you love yourself? That's how much you'll receive or how less you'll receive. I'm talking about truly loving yourself. Loving yourself. Really loving yourself. When you tap into that kind of love, it slows you down. It doesn't speed you up, because you come to some realizations within yourself. And so my wish for all of you, especially as we get into these first 10, 12 days of Leo season and August, highlight July 31st into those first 10, 11 days. And between the 7th and the 9th, it's going to be very intense. We may see some unfortunate things happen in the world. I've been getting visions even as early as last year, and I talked about some of them in my prediction show. A lot that has to do with fire and water, and a lot of releasal, emotional releasal. The weather is not just being concerned or controlled by CERN. You also control the weather. The weather is being controlled by us. And when you're sending out joy and love, and you're in a place of balance and peace, you are feeding into that frequency of the weather. And when there is disruptions within our lives and within our emotions, and we're releasing this pain and this energy, that shifts the weather as well. So, like I said at the beginning, no one knows exactly what's going to happen. And if they tell you they do, they're lying. They're gaslighting you, because they don't. I'm not telling you I do either. I'm just telling you what I'm picking up. And that we need to be more aware. We need to be more discerning of that. This Lionsgate that's coming on 8/8, that's going to almost be child's play compared to how we kick this off at the end of the month and the first of the month. I also told you guys in my prediction show about there will be a lot of masculine energy that will pass away. And we've had Ashe to our brother Malcolm Jamal Warner. These are impactful people. There's probably thousands of names that are very impactful. We just don't know them, and we honor and we respect them as well too. Ozzy Osbourne. These are individuals who have made a great impact in this world, and we will see more this year. The other thing that is being asked, I started the futuristic activation um, pack, and the symbol for that was the Medusa sign. And so for those who are in that class, I have spoke on here and there about what that symbol of Medusa means. Remember, Medusa was feared because she spoke the truth. She wasn't feared because of the story that they told us in mythology. You know, when you have someone who has had these things done to her and she turns around and she knows your truth, you do want to chop their head off because that person knows too much. They understand too much. Now, this is just a symbolic understanding of the collective as a whole. So, in that aspect, we all are Medusa in our lives. How many people are waking up to something that they didn't realize about their world, about their lives, about themselves, about what's happening? This is why this is the kickoff. We at the jump off of the Great Awakening. We won't step into the Great Awakening until we get into 2026. And baby, we going to be riding cosmic waves, holding on real tight to the cosmic stars until we get to the other side of March. And then maybe we can start coasting a little bit and start creating some more waves. But this is the time that we decided to be alive and growing up on planet Earth. We have come back for this time. And so, no matter how shaky, how crazy it gets out here in this world, always remember that you came back with this understanding. It's not about controlling the world. It's not about trying to control the world, because the world doesn't need to be controlled. It's not about us getting to a point where everybody is in heaven, because your connection to heaven is yours. I go to heaven every single day. I have heaven show up in my world at least 90% of my day. It's only 10% of the time somebody come to me with some BS and I got to come out of heaven. You understand? But that is your ability to bring yourself to heaven, to earth every single day. That is your calling. This is what the 7 days of the week are about. If you look at the number 7, it looks like a lightning rod. It's how we bring heaven down to earth. It is in your God consciousness that you're able to bring heaven down to earth. Can you bring heaven on earth? Or are you trapped into the false matrix and you can only see things past this level, this vibration? And don't get me wrong, there is light in that understanding. But if you're not born to live in that understanding, it can be quite destructive to the mind, to the body, and to the spirit, of staying in the constant contrast of black and white on the planet, good against evil, bad against right, wrong against right, this constant friction, because this incites the fear that lives heavily off of your emotions, of getting you riled up to be in this contractual energy. So it's something to think about. And no shade to those that's where they want to live. Because some people feel that they cannot be who they are unless they got a devil in their life, unless they got an enemy in their life. I had someone tell me one time, if you would start speaking more about this way, you would get more people to listen. And I told them I will never know because I know that's not what I'm called to do. I'm not called here to scare you out of your power and make you think that every time something you disagree with happen, that there is some force that has more power than you that took something, someone, or something away from you. I refuse to believe that we are that weak. I refuse to believe that you know, we're trying to say we're connected to the Most High, we're connected to Source, but yet you're telling me everything outside of me has so much more power than me. And I have to be fearful of everything. I have to spend 90% of my day fighting the enemy. When we understand the etymology of the word enemy means into me I see. You never get out. Earth becomes hell, and you have to die, allegedly, to get to heaven. That's old, outdated, old and antiquated, outdated teachings. And so I am a respecter of ancient teachings, but I don't subscribe it for people because it's rooted, it's drenched in ego and fear. And it's keeping people locked, it's keeping them mentally unbalanced, and it's keeping them stuck, and it's making them sick. That's just my take. But you are all free to move about the cabin called planet Earth as you so fear and as you so please. But that's why I don't subscribe to it. I've had too many people come through that is stuck in these lower dimensions of thinking. And when it goes back to the root cause, it is in these outdated systems that has planted these seeds of fear, separation, and drastic contrast. We are moving into the space of becoming universal citizens. I've talked about this for years. We're becoming sovereign beings. But more important, we're becoming individuals. And this is something those who are in the All About Frequency class know about. The only way all is one is if we understand who we are uniquely as individuals. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way. I wasn't able to make it, Brother Kwanzaa, but I was invited by Brother Rich, but I wasn't able to make it this time. But that's what I want you to challenge yourself with. One of the things I've always put on the table for all of us is that we're not scared to challenge anybody's thoughts. Could be your mother, could be your father, could be your man, could be your woman, could be your children, could be your teachers. It could be somebody on social media, it could be a stranger. We'll challenge anybody but ourselves. Challenge yourself with your thoughts. I challenge myself all the time with my thoughts. I'm not scared to question my own thoughts. Wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. I'm going to challenge you on that. That doesn't seem right. That don't seem right. I'm gonna challenge you on that. No, I'm gonna challenge you on that. So don't be afraid to challenge yourself on some of the thoughts that you're thinking, and you might be surprised that it ain't even your thought. You might not even know where the thought came from because your thoughts don't belong to you, quiet as it's kept. Your thoughts don't belong to you. You could be picking up your neighbor's thoughts. That's who thoughts you could be picking up. You could be picking up the person sitting on the bus next to you thoughts. That's who you could be picking. You could be picking up their thoughts. Your thoughts are not all yours. They're not self-generated. Your thoughts tap right into the collective, just like your intuition. Well, your intuition doesn't tap into the collective, it taps into source. Why is it that everything always happened at the right, wrong time or the wrong, right time for me? You're out of sync. You're out of sync. I'm Osiris. You are out of sync. You're out of sync. You got to get back in time. And to get back in time, you have to get back in touch with your masculine energy. And I'm not saying your masculine energy. I want you to think about your relationship with your father, your birth father, or the lack of relationship with your birth father. This is going to help you. Time, I talked about that earlier. Mercy, mercy me. When you say mercy, you're asking for time. Can you give me some time? So if you find yourself at the wrong place, you always find yourself at the right, wrong time or the wrong, right time. Sync it up. Sync it up. Sync it up. You have an issue with authority. You have an issue with your connection with the masculine. You have an issue with how you understand God to be in your life. And I'm not telling you how to see that, but I want you to understand. I want you to understand about your issue with the masculine energy within your own life and that life of you coming up, because Father is connected with time. Father time. That's why we call him Father time. This is where you get mercy, or you've been given no mercy, right? Some people feel like they've been given no mercy in their life. They don't have time in their life. I'm not sure what that is, Brother Kwanzaa. Is that what the sticker is? Oh, and I can't see the sticker. Thank you, Brother Kwanzaa. I was reading it like, what was this? Someone doing a backflip with a pink hat? Okay, I'm here for it. Raise his thumbs up in the air. But this is why. This is why a lot of that is happening. Well, good divine warrior. If someone is overwhelmed with downloads, racing thoughts, is there anything they can do with that? And will a hat slow it down? No, a hat ain't gonna slow it down. Who is the someone, Anastasia? Who is the someone? Tell me who the someone is, because it doesn't apply for everyone. Who is the someone? Tell me. Well, I don't know him and never met him. Well, there you go. I'm Osiris. You don't know your father. You never met him. I want you to take some time in these first 10 days of being in Leo season and maybe sit down And what you're going to do is write a note. Write the letter to your father of some things you always wanted to say. And then after you finish writing the letter, I want you to put it in an envelope, take it to the post office, wait for it to come back, open it up, read it, and then sign your name that it is done, that you release this energy, and then burn it with the sun with the intention that the energy be transformed. See, I'm not making this stuff up. I have worked with thousands of clients, and reading people's energy, I can immediately tell. So it's one of the reasons why you call yourself I'm Osiris. Because if we know about the Osirian drama, then we understand what happened to Osiris. He was chopped up into pieces. Now, of course, whether you take that story literal or if you take that story to mean that he was searching to complete himself, to call himself back from all space and time of where he existed, and to become whole again, and to be able to move himself forward. So this is one of the things that I'm not going to say struggling with, because I can see you've done a lot of work here, but you're really at the end of wrapping this work up. So don't give up, because you're about to complete it. And so this question you ask is profound in understanding, why is my timing off? Your timing is off because there's a disconnection between how you feel about the representation of masculine energy as it's been portrayed as your father in your life, and how you are to this day in your own life, and other men and people in authority in your life. And so you have to become complete and whole, and recognize that you can say the sun is your father, right? You can even say the moon is your mother. I even tell people when I am working with them in one-on-one sessions, you had a family that wasn't nurturing, wasn't loving, because let's face it, we were born here for many different reasons with our family. And yes, we do choose our family. I've done thousands of shows about why we would choose the families that we choose. But here's what I want you to take away. If you have a family that is not supportive, then I want you to create another family. Create a family, create memories. You can change the past. Remember, there's no such thing as time. And so past, present, and future is all happening at the same time. And so recreate the story. Have a mother that is loving, that is supporting. Have a father that is present in your life every day. Some would say, so you want me to make this up, Ms. Blue? You want me to be illusional? Well, a part of everything we're experiencing here is a temporary reality. It's a temporary reality. We're not going to be here forever. Some call it an illusion. And the real world is when you go to sleep at night. And when you wake up, this is the dream. And so recreate another family. Have a father that was there for everything that happened in your life. Have a completely different version of your family in your mind. And this is going to help you energetically raise your frequency and change the way you see yourself. I have had people dealing with different kinds of illnesses in their physical body, and doing these exercises help them to heal parts of their physical body. So change it. We don't have to experience anything. Whatever was going on 10 minutes ago, if you still letting it clutch you or hold you back, you need to learn how to let go. Be the timeless being that you are so you can move forward. And don't let this hold you back. Whew, okay. This is a good one. Y'all got some good questions now. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of people who was acting like they was there for have really shown me they hate me the last 2 weeks. Well, those are strong words. But this is what I would tell you. Be thankful that they showed you now. Be thankful that you've seen the people who wasn't really there for you, that really didn't care for you. And then I want you to also take a look in your life and take a look in yourself. And I want you to ask the questions, what part of yourself do you hate about you? And this is not about a mirror per se in the traditional sense, but this is about that aspect within yourself that it's giving you an opportunity to reflect on. Don't worry about the external validation. Use this opportunity as fuel for you to grow, because trying to make them grow, you can't force a person to like you. You can't force a person to want to be with you. You can't force a person to respond to you the way that you respond to them. That's a waste of time. So now that you can acknowledge that these group of people that you thought were your friends or whoever you thought they were, they really didn't care about you. They had a hidden agenda. You say they really hate you. Well, good that you found out. Look how protected you are. There are some people who hate people that are no longer here anymore. They didn't find out before it was too late. You found out now. But don't focus on them. That's irrelevant. That is irrelevant. What is relevant is how can you use this energy? Not to say you hate yourself. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm saying to look at yourself and go, so hate is coming up. Where have I been betraying myself? I know what it is. I've been saying I'm going to take that vacation for 2 years and I haven't took it yet. So am I not just like these friends pretending? See, it doesn't have to always be so self-destructive and deep. These are things that my guides have taught me that have been so simple, but so transformative. You just say to yourself, where have I been saying I want to do something, but deep down inside, I know I hate it. I hate doing it. I hate it. I hate doing it. But I keep telling myself, oh yeah, girl, you're going to work out. Girl, you're going to get up at 6 in the morning. You're going to work out in the morning. No more working out in the evenings. You're going to get up early, Blue. You're going to get up like before the sun come up, when I know I hate doing that. It's the same thing. Not that you cause them to hate you. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you can use this as fuel to help you grow. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else's growth. You can't make people grow. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Think of it as a blessing in disguise. Remember, your rejection is always your protection, baby. That's your protection. Somebody rejects you, that's your protection. It's protecting you. And not that you need all this protection, but it's protecting you so you can stay the course on where you need to go. That's what it is. So use it as your fuel. Okay. So now you know you got to go find you some new friends, some new people that don't hate you. And then also make sure you being a good friend. You know, a lot of people out here saying people doing stuff to them. But a lot of times they ain't really, you know, they just coming to eat. They not coming to give, they coming to eat. You know, you want that to be reciprocated. Energy needs to come across in many different ways. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And don't let someone else's opinion of you when you know it's not real, it's not authentic. Don't carry that. Please don't carry it. Don't carry it. Mm-mm. Don't carry it. Don't keep being around them either, but don't carry it. uh, okay. So, divinity warrior, I mean, you telling me this because why you telling me that you brought the 10-minute hypnosis? So you must be talking about the Sky Quest. You brought Sky Quest and you haven't done it yet. Okay. It's only 10 minutes, sis. It's only 10 minutes and it's only for you. If you never do it, it's for you. That's all I'm gonna say to you. It's 10 minutes. Okay, so what? You didn't do it. If you want to do it, set your timer, set aside 10 minutes, although maybe some of that I have to take the blame for because it's longer than 10 minutes. Y'all know your girl is working on it. I don't do nothing on time. And I don't have daddy issues. But apparently, well, maybe I do because my father passed away. So I'll give myself a little mercy here. But yeah, 10 minutes. Just do it when you can. Do it when you can. Do it when you're ready. A part of you is scared to fully learn who you are. And that's what most of us are dealing with. We're not really worried about this shit on the outside. We ain't worried about nobody on the outside. We ain't scared of none of this stuff. All of that smoke and mirrors. What you're really afraid of is how great you actually can be. Because you know with that power comes a lot of responsibility. And that's what most of us are running from, our own greatness. What if it really happens? Then what? What will I have to change? What do I have to stop doing if this life that I say I want shows up in the morning? In the morning, if I go, there you go, you got the life you wanted. This is the question. I want us all to answer this question. What would you have to stop doing if what you wanted showed up today? See, that's how you're going to know if you for real. What would you have to stop doing? Stop doing. If I said, okay, what do you want? What is it? I guarantee you it's some things you got to stop doing. It's some things you're going to have to stop doing if you got the life you wanted today. If I was to say countdown, 1, 2, 3, there you go. What would you have to stop doing? What would you have to stop doing? Not just people, you too, Kim. What would you have to stop doing? What thoughts would you have to stop thinking? What actions would you have to stop doing? I would stop going to work for you're not working for the Matrix. How dare you say that, Dr. Ace? Ain't no such thing as working for the Matrix. You are working for you. How dare you give the Matrix, the false Matrix, because that's your mind, that kind of power. The false Matrix ain't got that kind of power over you. You way too powerful for the false Matrix to make you do something. It doesn't work like that. What would you have to stop doing? Brittany Vise said, I would have to stop overthinking. That's a good one. I know I could check that one off. Let's see. Divine Warrior. I would have to stop worrying so much. See, look what you would have to say. What would you have to? Caleb said, I would stop a whole lot of things I need to stop doing. That's right. I want you to really think about this because this is where we are. I would have to stop allowing my feelings to control my act. Listen, what would you have to stop doing? Disciplined and committed. I would have to stop procrastinating so much. Oh, this is a good one. I would have to stop ghosting. I know that's right. I'm always up for a good ghost. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. What would you have to stop? Omni-Key the Oracle. I would have to stop it too. Listen, maybe it's an Oracle thing. I don't know. But I would have to stop doing it too. What would you have to stop using other people options to justify my limitations? We might want to write that down. Y'all might want to screenshot that, Psalms, Lewis. I would have to stop procrastinating. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, yeah. What would we have to? I would have to stop daydreaming all the time and eating out and talking down to myself. Yes, mystical crystal. I think I said it right. I would have to stop hiding. This is what I'm saying. So, 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 if that is the case, then what we're really saying feel me if you hear me if you feel me. So what we really saying is that we out here acting. Is that what y'all trying to tell me? We out here acting. And yes, I put myself in the category. Are we out here acting? Because if we acting, we need to stop. Because if you don't have your Grammy in front of you, and I do work with some people with Grammys, but if you don't have a Grammy, I'm going to need us to stop acting. Because that's what we doing. We low-key acting. And we don't need to be acting. I would stop reliving. Let me see what Griffin Hughes said. I would have to stop reliving some past trauma experience and stop on looping and thinking I can't stop. Yeah. We need to stop. Listen. I would stop overanalyzing and holding on to the past. Yes. Yeah, stop overwhelming myself. So we out here acting? Is that what we doing? We acting? We acting? So y'all trying to tell me we out here acting? We need an acting class. Do I need to do a whole class on how to stop acting? Because we out here acting. Okay. We out here acting. A silly fool, laugh out loud. We low key acting. We acting. That's what we doing. Start to take accountability for every thoughts and actions. Yeah, we acting. Yeah, we acting. We got to stop acting. We do. We especially when we don't have, the acting accolades to go along with it. We've got to stop acting. We got to stop. We just stop acting. You understand? We have to. So I want to put a challenge up for us for the next 30 days. 30 days. No more acting. Can we stop acting for 30 days? We know Leos love the spotlight, right? We know Leos love the spotlight. Where my Leos at? Leos, we know y'all love the spotlight, and everybody has a Leo in them, right? But we have to stop acting. Let's just go ahead, pull the curtain back. Let's stop acting. No more acting for 30 days. And I want you to go to sleep whenever you go to sleep. Whenever you hear this message, has no time limit on it. When you go to sleep tonight, when you wake up in the morning, I want you to go, oh, I forgot the sparkles. This is your dream life. You are it. It is giving main character energy. You are in the main character energy tomorrow. When you wake up, because I need you to go to sleep, because I need you to set this intention when you close your eyes. And when you wake up, that's that dream life. And I don't want nobody, no thing to tell you any different. You are in your dream life. And I want you to step into it fully. No more acting. We gonna be for real. I stopped acting for a day and it felt like I was being mean to everyone. Well, it might, because depending on what your role was when you was acting. If you was around here, giving out milk and cookies to everybody. Yeah, that was a key word in my home too, Brother Kawanza. My daddy used to say that. I know y'all not around here acting. My daddy would tell us that, oh, you acting. He would tell my brother, oh, you just acting. Y'all acting. So we're not going to act. We're going to be for real. And we are going to, Future taught us about this. Mask on, mask off. No more acting. No more act. This is the challenge. Yes, Christine, this is the challenge, Christine. I know you always up for a good challenge. Use a coach. So I know you give your clients challenges. So listen, y'all think of me as your spiritual oracle coach. I am the coach for the galaxy, the galactic council coach, Ms.Blue. And we going to stop acting. No more acting. And I'm going to test some of y'all. I'm going to hit some of y'all up because I want to see if you still acting. See, because if you respond to me the same way, I'm going to say, oh, you still acting. I'm going to be able to tell if you still acting. I'm going to be able to tell if you are still acting. Now, your girl right here, they took my acting card and banned me from acting. I can't act no more. Sometimes I wish I could act a little bit. I think it would keep me out of trouble, but I have a hard time. I can't. I ain't a good actor. I'm not. Actress, actor, however you want to say it. I ain't good at none of that. I wish, every now and again. So some of y'all, when y'all put your acting cards up, y'all don't mind if I borrow like 5 or I'm not going to borrow a lot, but maybe 3 or 4 days here and there from a couple of y'all cards. Some of y'all got a lot of years of acting. So you're not going to miss 5 days. If I take 5 or 6 days away from you, you ain't going to miss it. I'm just going to hold on to it for you. I might not never use it. Okay. But I've been... Yeah, him downstairs giving out milk and cookies. Listen, that's right. Y'all know I've been stopped giving out milk and cookies. But I'm going to save them because sometimes when I have to give out milk and cookies, I'm going to pull one of y'all acting cards. Okay. So it may seem like in the beginning you're being mean. But I know if you check your heart, you will really see the difference between, am I being mean or am I giving myself truth? Because there's a difference. We don't have to be mean and nasty about anything that we say. I'm not talking about tonality. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it's going to feel like mean if you're always used to saying yes and you start saying no. Because you've been a people pleaser. You've been an attention. I'm not going to say the H word, but you use it in the garden. You've been a Johnny Saver, him or her. If you've been doing that, then it is going to feel the resistance because you're not doing it anymore. And for very good reason, because that's not a good reason. Like you don't get brownie points for being a people pleaser. There is no salvation for that. Like there is no brownie points for that. You just get more feeders to come around you that just wants to feed off of your energy because they see you as a source. So that's not healthy. So we don't want to promote that. Okay. So, all right. I see you guys 30 days. Since I've been in my 40s, I haven't been acting. I know that's right. Ain't no need to be acting. We all gonna get like you. We gonna stop acting. Coach Kwanzaa say he been stopped acting. Ben stopped acting. Yeah. Are you being mean or are you standing on business? Very good. There you go. Standing on business. People don't like you to stand on your business. They don't want you to stand on business. And some people try to stand on business and ain't got none, you know? So, it works. It works both ways. It works both ways. You can only stand on what you've built. You can't stand on what you ain't built. But we're gonna accept the challenge. We're not acting. So no more acting, you guys. All right. So we got us a challenge. What else? I love this for us. Mm-hmm. So I pulled a card and I can't remember who sent me this deck, but it's called the Work Your Light deck. And this is the card that came up. Can y'all see that? It's the Pleiades. How perfect for this time. We are in this energy right here with the Pleiades. And it says double mission, which we do have a double mission this month. We're going to stop acting and we're going to love ourselves even deeper. And this is about channeling and uplifting humanity. And I think this is perfect for us. Perfect for us. Brittany said 30 days from now is August the 25th. I'm glad you told me that. So guess what? I'm going to give y'all some trial days. So we're going to stop acting in the morning, but the challenge is going to officially kick off on the 1st. I've noticed with me that pleasing creates entitled cookie monsters. Say that again. Now you didn't said a mouthful with that. A mouthful of cookies with that one. That's a good one. That's right. Entitled cookie monsters. Yep. It will do it. Look at that. We shouldn't be people pleasing. So look at this. This is the Pleiades. And we know that, Here's one of the things I want you all to know, because I don't want nobody to say that I did not tell you ahead of time. I'm going to be doing a galactic e-file for the month of August. Are we not excited? I'm going to be doing a galactic e-file. I haven't done one in a while, but a galactic e-file for the month of August. You will have a galactic e-file. It will be coming soon. So know that I told you. And if you don't know about the galactic e-files, then you can head on over to the digital download site that I have. And in the digital download site, you will be able to see the past galactic e-files. You'll be able to read some of the takeaways from those who've had it. We have a lot of fun with the galactic e-files, and you'll get a chance to experience the galactic e-file. Yes, Brittany, I'm going to be doing the galactic e-files. So you guys have been asking me, when are you bringing the galactic e-files back? I am. So, yep. So we'll have a galactic e-file for the month of August. You said, I was thinking about the telepathic mystic the other day. Yes, every one of them, very powerful, channeled information, tons of activations. Matter of fact, that's what they're all about. They're about activations. They are about tapping into your multi-sensory ability and for different experiences that you can have. And you get a chance to do the work in your own unique way. Thank you. Lola Falana put the link up. So yes, we will have the galactic e-files are going to be coming back. So you see the Pleiades there. Yeah, you're going to be having visitations this month. If you haven't, I've already been called into an Oracle Council's meeting with the Galactic Council. And so, yeah, we definitely got to get a galactic e-file this month. August the 9th, I have a big performance show that will be my trial day for this challenge. You're going to do well on that day. You're going to do well because this is one of the months of the most duality that is available. It's either going to be something or it's going to be something the other way. But the determination is you. You are the determining factor. I don't want anybody to get it twisted. I don't want anyone to get that twisted. What determines how this turns out for you is you. And that's the reason we need the Galactic E-File. I think it will be a great guide for all of us to work with that energy, to be able to work with that energy in the Galactic E-Files. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited. Yeah, so get ready. We will have a Galactic E-Files. Whoo! I just haven't, it's done already. I just haven't. I did it earlier last month. Yeah, to the brother, all the best on your performance that you have. Is that dinner with Jesus? Dinner with Jesus is going to be fine. Because again, just tell them people they about to have dinner with Jesus, baby. When you tell them that, they going to be ready. They ready. They going to understand what it's about. You tell them, listen, we about to have dinner with Jesus, y'all. I feel like you need to take that on the road because curiosity, people going to come. Wait, what do we get to have? Dinner with Jesus, baby. I know your name may be Jesus, but to me, you're going to be Jesus. I told y'all the story about the guy I worked with. And I would say, good morning, Jesus. And they would say, oh, his name is Jesus. I said, no, it's not. That's a Jesus. I don't speak another language. I can only read English. It's an uplifting one. It's a jazz show with affirmation and gateways interlocked. Listen, that sounds like dinner with Jesus to me. Don't get scared now. Don't get scared now. Just tell them what it is. Just tell them what it is. Tell them what it is. Okay, so that card came up, the Pleiades. I love that. Double mission, channeling humanity. Let's see what else comes up. Let's see what else comes up. Oh, this has been my word for the last couple of months. Crack it open. Look at that. Look at that. I have to speak to the consciousness of my camera. There we go. The ever unfolding rose. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. We know about this. It's happening for you, not to you, right? It's happening for you. And so if we can just own that position of things happening for you, it's happening for you and not to you. For you, not to you, not to you. And we love this one. We love this. Take a break. Sometimes we need to take a break. Take a break. Your birth name is Rose. There you go. Take a break. At life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. I love it. Take a break. 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 By the way, did you all know that there is a biopic of Michael Jackson's life coming out? I don't know how many of you remembered, but we had got a channel many years ago. And the channel came through before all hell broke loose in Hollywood. And Michael Jackson talked about how he was really on the other side helping to expose things that were coming out of Hollywood. And that whole thing got exposed. Quiet as it's kept. Well, allegedly, there is some issue, and they had to move the date of the biopic from coming out. They had to change the date because of some legal things. So it's going to be real interesting to see how that goes. Yes, his nephew is supposed to play him, Caleb. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, thanks for telling us that. That's right. Hollyweird is the word. Well, we know Hollywood is gone away, and now it's online. Yeah, that's where Hollywood moved. It moved into the conscious community online. That's where it went. Okay. All right. I told y'all. Okay, let's pull some cards. Let's pull some cards. Y'all want to pull some cards? I got the remix deck here. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all pick a card. Pick a card. Just pick 4 cards. And I'm just going to pick 4 of your cards. You pick 4 cards. Now I'm trying to peek so I can see the 4 cards. I'm trying to see the 4 cards. The 4 cards you guys pick. Okay. I see the 4 cards. I see one of them. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. I got one. All right. Now pick your next card. Pick your next card. Pick your next card. Okay. All right. I got the next one. Woo. Okay. Pick your next one. Pick your next card. Where is your next card? Pick your next card. Okay. Got it. You got one more card. One more card to pick. This is just going to be our vibe for the weekend. One more. Pick your card. Pick your card. Okay. Got it. All right. Here we go. Here goes your 4 cards. Here's the 4 cards. 4 cards. All right. I don't know why y'all. Oh, y'all were telling me your number card. Okay, I got it. Here we go. First card. Ooh, I love this. Gentleness and diplomacy. Soft spots. So we know this weekend is going to be about relationships, connection, how we handle those, how we handle the people we love and we care about in our lives. Soft spots. You see that? You see the dove with the leaf in its mouth. Keys of life. I gave out the 8 keys of life here. You can see this. So this is an indication as we move through this weekend. Number 1, about how you handle yourself. You see the care when you see the hands in the hands. This is handle yourself with care. Handle your relationships with care. Handle those you love with care. And handle those situations and things in your life you need to take care of with care. Make sure that you're locked into the keys of life. And know that there are some soft spots, and you need to be aware of that. If there are some relationships and you know, we got some soft spots here, we're going to handle this with care. If you know that there's something you have to do and it's something that makes you feel a little extra sensitive, you're going to handle yourself with care. Soft spots are my way of saying triggers. I don't really have triggers, but I have soft spots. We all do, right? And we need the keys of life. And can you have the olive branch means you come in peace. Come in peace. Okay? Come in peace. Let's look at the next one. Ooh, love this. Love this for us here. Wisdom card. This is the divine wisdom card. Look at that. Divine wisdom. Look at the being standing in front of the light. This is more than an aha, a moment. This is a cosmic explosion. This is connecting with source, your higher self. This is sensitivity, true vision, and receptivity, and tapped into the cosmic DNA. This is a person that has had a realization. What realizations have you had for yourself? This is divine wisdom, meaning this is not wisdom built off of experiences. It has nothing to do with what you experience, what you see, and what you don't know. But this is divine wisdom. This is wisdom that comes from the source. This is wisdom that literally changes your DNA. So we know that this entire weekend, sensitivity, there will be a true vision that comes in, meaning something you cannot see. And that's going to be pretty much true for this month. There is something hidden that you cannot see that you will realize by the time we're out of this constellation about yourself. There's some realization, there is something that you cannot see. On a collective level, for all of us on the planet, there will be something that the world did not see coming. And I am just keeping my heart open and space open for all of us. But there is something we cannot see coming. We will get a true vision of what's happening. For those of you who know, and if you haven't listened to my prediction show, it talks about earthquakes, tsunamis, fires, and floods, and these kinds of things. That's what it would mean for the collective on the planet. In your personal life, that would be something different. I don't think it's going to be as devastating for all of us. I think it's going to be more on the upside for most of us. For most of us. You understand? For most of us. But there will be some true visions. There will be some things that you will start to see the truth of. You will see it. You will see it. And this, I love this card. I remember when I made this one right here. Okay. Look at that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is upgrade your self-talk. Look at the colors. The colors are even the same colors as Leo season. It's time for you to upgrade how you speak to yourself. Remember, we're no longer acting. Even though he looks like he's doing a little bit of acting here, he's not. But this is going to take courage. It's going to take confidence. Because when you upgrade your self-talk, this is vitamins for star seeds. All of us star seeds, if you want to know where your vitamins are, you have to take your vitamins every single day. You have to have the courage to speak truth and light to yourself and love. You have to have the confidence to walk in self-love and truth within yourself and speak that to yourself every single day. Don't be afraid to question your own thoughts, because these are vitamins for star seeds. We got to take our vitamins. Yeah. Take your vitamins. And then next, air. We are definitely in the Akashic airs. So this is a lot of the overthinking tends to happen with the air, but air also brings some other qualities. This is about taking a breath, because this is air. It's great to do some breath work, you know? Mm. And also the clouds. No, the clouds is where memory and storage is kept. You have to move above the clouds because the sun is always shining above the clouds. You're taking the stairway up. Raise your frequency and vibration of your thoughts, moving beyond the clouds. The clouds is where storage is, it's where the past lies, it's where memories lie. So we're taking the staircase on up. This is the heaven that you can bring to earth. And that's the pathway. So sometimes we have to just take a moment and breathe. Just stop and breathe. So this is our 4-card insight for the weekend. Here we go. There we go. There we go. This is our pathway for the weekend. This is it. That's the energy. Listen. Listen, 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 listen. That's right. No more talking negative at all. We are only going to speak those things that you want to happen. You know, that is so important to do, you know? And so really, let me give you an activation statement. And I'm going to give you 2 of them. And you let me know in the comment section, especially after the share, which one resonates with you. And that is, I shine with sovereignty. Just see how that energy feels in your body. I shine with sovereignty. And I want you to begin to start thinking about what that sovereignty means to you, what that feels like for you when you say that statement. You want to wiggle your toes. You want to be in the lower half of your body, because by being in the lower half of the body, you are sending a message to come out of your mind, to come out of your brain, and to tap more into connecting with the soul essence of you. And here's the second activation statement. I am returning to the radiant version of me. I am returning to the radiant version of me. So, whichever one, and maybe both, maybe both, maybe both. I shine with sovereignty, or I am returning to the radiant version of me. So whichever one, whichever one you want to kind of connect yourself with, either one. So, yeah. I like that for us. I am loving that for us. Did I get it? 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 Oh, here it is. That's it. Where is it? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I think that's it. Yep. So I definitely want you to comment, like, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please check to make sure you're subscribed, because you may think you are, but maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. I just wanted to come on, tap in, share some vibrations, let you know that the sun has not stopped shining, baby. It is just shifting where it shines from. So, we are all officially growing up on planet Earth. And oh my goodness, it is Leo season. And Leo season is teaching us how to lead as light. So, yeah, that part. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I love you all so much. It's always fun when we get together. And I don't want you to worry. I will be back with some more frequency medicine because it's some good medicine, some frequency medicine. That's that new. That's that new-ish. I want you to like and subscribe if you know someone who might benefit from being able to come on over, chit chat, have a good time. You know, pass the share on to them. Don't forget to like, comment, come back and download and, you know, do all those good things that we like to do together. There will be a galactic e-file that is coming. And if you don't know what that is, it's really an opportunity to do some real-time work and to be able to connect. I want to say welcome. Oh my goodness. I am returning to the radiant version of me. I'm just reading you guys' comment. I'm going to shut my mouth and I'm going to let us vibe out on this. Hopefully you guys can hear the vibes. Hey, Priestess Erica. Good to see you, Sheena. Thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. We're going to have a good time. No more acting for all the actors out there. You know, you're just going to put that character away and you're going to step into main character energy. And I'm so excited for all of us in this season, in this time, because we're going to keep growing up on planet Earth. That's right. It's our season. I love that. It's always our season. That's right. It is our season. I love that. I love you all so much. I am so grateful for each and every single one of you. Keep loving yourself. Keep trusting yourself. And remember, don't get tricked in these cosmic streets. Keep your vibes high. Keep doing your work. That's right. Lola Falana said it best. Do the work, see the results, because they will be there for you. So we're going to get out of here. This was fun. I don't even know how long we've been here. But I want to say thank you to everybody who gave the super chat donations. I wasn't able to get to you all, but I do want to put you on screen. I know some of the emojis didn't come through, but thank you to Lay Fairy. Love that name, Lay Fairy. Lay Fairy. Am I saying it right? Lay Fairy. And also to Coach Kwanzaa, also to Prince David, and to everyone, every single one of you. And no matter how long you've been listening, you have my heart. You have my heart. You have my heart. Thank you so much. I've been watching a few years. I'm Little Barack fiance. Say word. Nice to meet you. And how do you, is it Selena? Selena. So nice to meet you. Where is Little Rock Barack? Little Barack in the building. Oh, love you too at random. At random. Yes. Oh my goodness. How beautiful. And do that for me. Tell me a little bit about yourself in the comments section. You guys have really been showing out. No lie. On the shows. You really have done your thing. I'm grateful. And I'm going to catch up. I'm going to catch up to make sure that I am catching up with all of your comments there, but don't worry. Even though I haven't responded to every single one, I do see them. I do see them. I do read them. And I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you as well. And Lola Falana said, listen, whoever the last person is that's in the building, make sure you lock up and close the door. Close the door. Oh, he's asleep. Little Barack Rock is asleep and you up. I love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. King is in the building as well. Powerful. Powerful. All right. Happy born day to all the Leos in the building. Happy born day to all the Leos. My Leo mama, she will be celebrating her birthday here very, very soon as well. She's a first decan Leo. You all know. You know about it. Yeah. So, all right. That is going to do it for me. I got to get ready to do some work. I got a busy day tomorrow. Woo! I'm so excited. So, peace and love. I will see you all with some more frequency medicine real soon. Peace and love. Ciao.